Okay, so I wanted to get on here and make this video because I received comments, some backlash, whatever, about my testimony of our rent house that we moved into. I had someone saying different things like, we've been out in the streets or we've been in the hotel. I would have loved a hotel. Like, I would have been so grateful to at least have that and all this other stuff. So I want to clear this up right now. I was very grateful to be in the hotel and to be able to stay in the hotel. First of all, let me back up. I shouldn't say first of all because I already said that. But you should never judge someone's situation because you don't know my whole situation. God is not going to allow me to post my entire situation right now because it's not time. And there are some things that not everyone needs to know yet. Now, God has been talking to me about sharing my journey, sharing testimonies, right? But you have to have discernment on when to share certain things and when to not, right? When to wait. And it's kind of upsetting because I was very grateful to have the hotel, to have a roof over our head, right? And we were even in a hotel where I could wash our clothes there. I didn't have to leave. My kids had TV they could watch. Like, there was a decent amount of space. Like, I was thankful for that. I really was. But there are a lot of demonic things that go on in hotels that I don't want my children to be around. And when you're doing stuff like ministry, you also have to be careful, right? Of who you're around, what you're allowing to come around you, and different things, and coming into spiritual warfare and whatnot, right? But it got hard whenever we had the dogs, right? We had the animals. Our situation escalated because it was my 3 children and I in a hotel room. And then we also had my son's tortoise. We had our cat. And then we had 3 puppies in there. And that was causing issues. I had said in my other videos, like, the hotel didn't allow cats. And I did not know that. That's not something that anyone told me about. And I had made sure, hey, pets are allowed. I had saw a hotel that didn't allow cats. I didn't stay there, so on and so forth, right? I would not have gotten these puppies had I known what was going to happen, right? Because that's really immature. It's not proper order, and I know that. But God had put it in my spirit to go ahead and get the puppy. The problems came along whenever we got the other ones, and we were going to help try to make sure, like, they went to a good home and they didn't go back to this kill shelter and so on and so forth. And it didn't work out, right? It didn't work out. So it was a mess, and it was hard. And finding a hotel that allows pets, that allows a cat and whatnot, is different. It's different. So never ever did I say I was ungrateful to be in the hotel. I had just hit my point as a single mom with 3 kids and all these animals, and trying to do ministry, trying to keep doing what it is that I'm supposed to do, that I had hit my breaking point of feeling like I couldn't take it one more day. And again, for those that said what they said, you don't know my whole situation. You don't know everything else that my children and I are going through, just like I don't know your whole situation. And again, there are certain things that God's not going to allow me to speak on right now that we're going through. So there's other outside stressors and other outside things that have been going on. I was grateful to finally be in a house. My children and I, our stuff had been in storage for the most part, not all of it, but most of it, like a good portion of it, had been in storage for about 9 months. 9 months. This has been a long time coming, and I'm not trying to come on here and be rude and whatnot, but like, and I probably shouldn't even be getting on here and trying to defend myself. Like, I was grateful for the hotel. I'm grateful for the house. And sometimes there's a lot more that goes on in this world that people don't even realize. Like, you don't even understand. It's not your everyday just stressors. Like, it is what it is. And I pray God blesses you. I pray he blesses you with a home that exceeds your expectations. That's far greater than what you could ever ask, imagine, and even hope for. And I pray that for you. And I pray things work out for you. You know, sometimes things happen in life that's out of our control. And sometimes there's bad situations that's, you know, it's nothing that we've done, right? And sometimes we do put ourselves in bad situations by making bad decisions. It's hard. And I thought we were going to sign and move into our rent house within like 2 or 3 days, I think it was. So I was like, okay, sure, we'll go ahead and adopt the puppies, whatever. Everything will be fine. You know, we'll move into our rent house, and then we can find them a new house, and everything will be cool, right? Instead of them having to be in the kill shelter and whatnot. And that rent house fell through. And then, you know, I shared my testimony about the next house and what happened with the next house. And just, it was hard. So I love you guys. Shalom.